Meanwhile, former President Duterte has advised the candidates running in the barangay and SK elections to adhere to government policies and avoid violent confrontations. Angel Pastor reports.
Over 1 million candidates filed their certificates of candidacy for the upcoming barangay and SK elections. According to COMELEC Chairman George Garcia, the agency anticipates heated elections due to the extended terms of barangay and SK officials and the consecutive postponements of these elections. In connection with this, former President Duterte has some advice for qualified candidates set to run in the upcoming elections.
Ang masasabi ko lang is, I am appealing to everybody na if you are qualified, do not mess up with the laws. You file on time and you campaign during the limited period given to us by the law. Do not try to complicate matters by just doing not the right thing. Sundin mo lang ang batas, make the election peaceful. Nobody wants trouble. Kung magpili lang naman ng barangay captain, governor or mayor, bakit pa kayo magpatayan dyan? De, kampanya na lang kayo. It's a matter of asking the people to make a choice between you and your opponent, and may the best man win.
According to Duterte, these candidates should simply follow the rules set by the COMELEC to avoid any problems.
Just observe the law. As an advice, just follow the rules. You know, there are rules. Just follow them. Wala tayong problema. Alam mo kayo mga may rules eh. You just follow the rules.
Meanwhile, according to the former president, there is no need for further reforms for the upcoming elections because the election system in the country is already functioning well.
Wala naman, I think everything is incorporated in the election law. For any election for that matter, national, local, pati itong barangay.
Duterte proudly stated that Davao City has never experienced a tumultuous election. This is because he consistently emphasizes that people should be free to choose those they want to elect into office.
Dito sa Davao, tayo wala. We never had a history of violent elections. Ako, nung kandidato ako sa amin, sinasabi ko talaga sa mga tao ko, walang pilitan, no violence. Let the people make the right choice.
The COMELEC is expecting to receive more than 2 million certificate of candidacy at the end of the filing period. For God and my beloved Philippines, Angel Pastor, SMNI News.
For former President Rodrigo Duterte, those who were once considered enemies of the state but have now returned to the fold of the government are welcome to do so. However, the former president reminded that they must obey the laws and follow the agreement they made on abandoning their former group or movement. Franco Baranda reports.
Order.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte sees nothing wrong with former enemies of the state like Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF or Moro Islamic Liberation Front or MILF joining forces with the government. It can be remembered that in the month of July, more than 1,000 MNLF and MILF former rebels passed exams to enter into the Philippine National Police. The former president, he said, this is a good step in promoting peace and order in a large part of Mindanao, particularly in the Bangsamoro region. It is better for the government to win their enemies and have them work for the government instead, as well as discussing their grievances and problems, the very reason why they went against the government in the first place.
Kung ang presidente kaligaya ko, if I can recruit my enemy, ikaw, yung kalaban ko, sabi ko dito ka na lang, magtrabaho tayo. You work for the government And then magsama tayo at the same time pag-usapan natin yung problema kung ano talaga. I cannot be hindi personalized to na yung problema mo, iyo. It's the community. What's ailing? What's ailing? Ano bang ano dyan sa community? What's ailing you? Let me know. Pag-usapan natin. Pero yung magsabi mo nandiyan ka sa kabila, well, that's another problem. Alam mo na, kung hindi natin madala sa usapan ng mabuti, and we disagree, we agree to disagree and disagree until it ripens into a controversy. From a controversy, it would be a conflict, then it would be government against you, or could be some else's interest that you are bearing. Yan ang ano niyan. So pag-usapan natin ito.
But the former president has a reminder for those who have returned to the fold of the government, and that is to obey the law.
At naging
Kaligaya ko na lang kung yung NPA na leader dyan maging mayor ng Davao City. But do it within our constitution.
Amen.
Kunin mo. At susuporta pa ako. Marami ng NPA dyan na yung mga leaders ng Democratic Front. Maraming mga estudyante ngayon, mga babright. Kaligaya ko na lang na bumaba kayo.
Tulungan ng government.
Magkain pa tayo sa bahay mo. Bahay ko kung gusto niyo.
Very
Alam mo na magkalaban lang tayo sa prinsipyo, hindi naman personalan to.
Meanwhile, for those who are still in the mountains and refuse to let go of the wrong ideology against the government, former President Rodrigo Duterte again encouraged the rebels to return to the fold of the government rather than wear themselves out in hiding from the forces of the government.
The best way is if you can be with the government. Kaligaya ko na lang kung magpasok sila lahat sa army. Yung NPA. Pero kayo mga NPA, magbili kayo ng nail cutter. Tanging nakikita ko sa bukid yung mga kukunin nyo, ang itim, maraming lupa dyan sana. Linis mo na muna kayo ng kuko. Bili kayo ng nail cutter. Dudumi pa, walang ligo. Sige, takbo. Tapos, mas matapang pa sa iyo. Anong klase?
It can be remembered that under the Duterte administration, the former president himself led the establishment of the Executive Order 70, or the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict, or NTF-LCAC, which led to the consecutive surrender of several former CPP, NPA, NDF members. In fact, many of the former rebels say that their lives have been changed by being given opportunities such as free education. Meanwhile, on the side of the Philippine National Police, they are making sure that anyone who wants to join their ranks goes through a correct and strict recruitment process, including former enemies of the government from the New People's Army, local terrorists, and moral rebels. Currently, the Philippine National Police continue to look into opening their ranks to other moral rebels who are undergoing tests and trainings to be part of the National Police. For God and my beloved Philippines, I am Franco Baranda, SMNI News.